Hello, Cancer. Welcome to this reading. My name is Zane, and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of January 24th. Now, Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, Cancer, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if you want to give me a follow, there's a link to that in the description below. Let's see what we have going on here for you, Cancer. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time you are watching me, and in that case, welcome. So let's go ahead and get all the cards out here. I'll make sure everything is in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Ten of Cups. So this is an amazing card to find in any tarot reading, but especially here on the bottom. Ten of Cups represents the kind of this idea of having all 10 cups overflowing. It means you've gone through the entire suit of cups and you're now given a major period of happiness in your life. In fact, you can describe the Ten of Cups as a sort of windfall of emotions, a windfall of happiness coming for you, or happening for you here at this time. And so it's a really good card to find. And I also like to say that the two people here on the bench own the home behind them. And so for me, the Ten of Cups is also a card of abundance. Maybe I always like to associate it with like shared resources, maybe even land or real estate. Even though it's a Cups card and it's not a Pentacles card, I get that energy from it, especially because the Ten of Cups can also refer to your family and like family situations going well. And when you think about like family, you can think about like family money being passed through generations. It's very similar to the Ten of Pentacles energy, but more elements of happiness. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here for you, Cancer. So really like to see that. Taking a look here, you have a good reading coming in. So let's get right into it. In the middle, you have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords can represent some sort of loss happening in your life. Now remember, one card never makes a tarot reading, and you have the majority of the cards here on this reading are positive, so just keep that in mind. Five of Swords, and if I said Wands, my apologies, but the Five of Swords represents like this person in the background is waving their flag. They're giving up. They're saying, I am defeated. However, the Five of Swords represents a totally recoverable loss and a totally recoverable situation. In fact, you can see the sun rays here coming out of this person, indicating that there is more daylight available for them. There's more time. There's more energy available to them when they after this defeat. And in fact, the Five of Swords can say that you may be going through a loss right now, but on the other end of this, you're growing in a big way. Like you are becoming much stronger in your position. And so it's definitely a nice energy to find. Now, in the past, you have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So some of you, I got this message hot and heavy. It came in to my mind as I looked at the past cards here. So some of you may have had a situation with another person that progressed very quickly. You may have met someone, and I do feel like this combination here for me is just screaming past life energy. I don't always put that together, but with this combination of the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands, I do get like a past life connection maybe between you and another person. And you may be dealing with that situation right now. I don't necessarily feel like there's a breakup, but there could be a challenge in that situation right now that you may be dealing with. The Two of Cups is my favorite romance card in the tarot. It's two souls linking up in this lifetime. And it can represent divine counterparts, unions, soulmates, twin flames, whatever you want to call it. Use whatever label you prefer. And along with that, you have the Ace of Wands, which is like the spark of life, or flame energy, right? It's also fling energy, to be completely honest with you, like Tinder type of energy, like quick dating type of energy. And so that's why I was getting that message. Now, if you're not here for love or for romance, what could be going on here is the Ace of Wands talks about a passionate new beginning in your enterprise life, your career life, anything like that. The Ace of Wands in particular is probably the best card to get if you're looking to start a business or a side hustle. It's very good energy for starting things. And so, for some of you here in your career or in a side hustle, something started very quickly. And I feel like for others of you who are here for love and romance, there was something that happened very, very, very quickly here in the past. You also have the Six of Swords, which is transitions to new places, going to new shorelines, crossing the river, crossing the ocean, whatever it may be. And, this represents you really building a new version of yourself after, remember, because the Six of Swords comes after the Five of Swords, after maybe a loss or a defeat or a conflict. And so I feel like whatever's going on here, I get the sense that this is probably, as I see a lot of water here on the board, I get the sense that, the transition you're making, inevitably there are emotions wrapped up in this situation for you, and there may have been changes in those areas, okay? And that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing here. Now, in your current situation, you have the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So we talked about how you have this Five of Swords, maybe a small loss or something that, like a totally recoverable loss, okay? You do have this Five of Cups as well. So there's a change. 5-5 energy is all about changes, okay, happening in your life. And the person here on the Five of Cups is sitting in disappointment. They're focusing here on the cups of the past that are now empty. But if they would just realize there's two cups behind them overflowing. And isn't that interesting? We have this Two of Cups symbolism here as well being repeated. And so it really tells you to look on the bright side. So there may have been a loss, there may have been a conflict, there may have been a defeat, but you have two cups in your back pocket, Cancer. And do keep that in mind, maybe even more, because you have the Ten of Cups here as well on the bottom of the deck. So do keep that in mind as you work through whatever situation you're dealing with here. You have this Knight of Swords, which represents swift action, charging to new places. Again here with you can see how the Knight of Swords is facing this person on the Six of Swords. I get the sense that some of you are trying to get to wherever you're going in a hurry, or you're trying to get to a new place quickly. And I would say just right now, astrologically, it's a very, very good time to slow down. It doesn't mean don't do the things that you need to do, but don't rush at this time, because it can lead to accidents or situations where you may act on impulse instead of act on intuition. And so just keep that in mind. Now, in the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So the Wheel of Fortune here, and I want to point your attention to these two cards in the corner with the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. That's a very good combination of, it feels like the energy of energy, okay? It feels like you have luck on your side. It feels like your energy is turning around here. The Wheel of Fortune is the card of your destiny, okay? And this is the wheel of your destiny that is now spinning, and spinning in your favor. And so it says that you need to take advantage of the time that you have while the wheel is spinning in your favor, because it will keep moving, okay? It won't be here forever. And so what I like to say is, in the future, will you get on the train or stay in the station? Again, I feel like right now it may be a time to make sure you're not going too quickly, but in the future there's going to be an opportunity here that comes in where you'll want to really seize the day. And you also have this other Three of Wands, which represents potentially travel. It can also represent growth and expansion, taking something to the next level when you get this Three of Wands energy here. And kind of moving up in life. I get the sense that in the future, you're going to really learn from this situation, learn from this loss of in whatever form it may be happening here for you. You have the Seven of Cups as well, meaning you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options on the table. Be careful that you do not overwhelm yourself with the amount of options you have. But I think for you, you have so many cups in your back pocket. Like, I feel like you're in the future here, you're going to say to yourself, like, man, why was I worried about these 3 cups? I have so many more available to me. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Start to clarify. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe, and you can check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below where you can sign up for my email list if that is something that is of interest to you. All right, let's see what we have here. So you have spring, see your seeds grow. Something's happening in the spring for you. I definitely feel that here with this future energy showing up. Very nice. Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Really like that. Some of you may be selling things, starting like an Etsy side hustle, or taking something to the next level here with a business and something along those lines. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved, as well as Hermit, retreat and recharge. Yeah, I definitely feel like right now, again, I'm not telling you not to go for it and not to, manifest your dreams or anything like that. But what I am telling you is right now, you may want to take a step back and assess and get yourself ready for this spring season. And of course, it doesn't mean let the winter roll by you, but I'm saying like there's something here in this spring season that is looking very good. You may even want to go watch your next 3 months reading that I did for you, which will go until the end of March, to help you out in some ways. There will be a link to that at the end of this video. So let's see here what we have. Okay, yeah, you're ready. Helpful people. Wow, look for a sign. I love that energy. And wow, big happy changes. That's like the 10 of Cups to me when you get the big happy changes card. Really nice energy that you're getting here. And that you're ready card is the last card in this Oracle deck, indicating that you have worked very hard up to this point and to achieve something. And, it's now time for you to really step into your full energy at this moment. So it's you're getting very good oracle messages here. I do get the sense that maybe some of you are like a business owner, or you will be doing something like on the side, or you'll be taking something to the next level here. Okay, let's see what other messages we have that want to come forward here. Okay, so you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Okay, so your prospects are looking good at this time, or they were in the past, and they will continue to be, I feel, as you have this 7 of Cups in the future. The Page of Pentacles indicates having good prospects, especially when you get that combined with the Ace of Wands. Like, don't worry about whatever is happening here with the 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, because your luck's going to start turning around. If you feel like you're down and out right now, things are going to start to change very quickly for you. And I feel like you're going to build on the prospects of your past even. And that's definitely not a bad thing. With the 9 of Wands, whatever situation happened very quickly between you and another person, that is now like annoying you. Like you're now like straight up extremely annoyed with that situation. The King of Swords represents somebody who is in the negative. They may be somebody who abuses power in some ways. I'm not saying that they're abusive, but I'm saying they could abuse their status. They could abuse their power in some ways. They can also be on a much more positive note. They can just say that like this is the energy of leadership and authority over one's life. And so some of you may be also doing that as you transition to a new place. But I do feel like whatever happened very quickly is now like turning into annoyance for you. And yeah, you have this 4 of Swords. Wow, okay, you have the 5 of Swords clarifying itself, and the Fool. So I really wanted to say with that Fool energy coming in, do not be foolish. Okay, I don't read reversals, but it came out reversed. And I would say just do not be foolish at this time. Okay, there's something here around you getting somewhere very fast, or trying to get somewhere quick. And again, I think this is a really big time. There's a lot of confluence here pointing to you slowing down. okay, pointing you to slowing down here, with the Fool coming out for me intuitively as not being foolish, but also with this Four of Swords, which is a card of rest and recovery. But it also says, the Four of Swords also says that you're healing from heartbreak, as you see the Three of Swords card on the banner above. And now that we have this Five of Swords clarifying itself, I do feel like maybe there was an end or a conflict or an argument or something like that in whatever happened very quickly here in the past between you and this other person. And I get the sense that some of you are, I don't know if the word's reeling, but you're just like disappointed in the way that that happened. This may be providing a blockage for you, and I think in the future that's going to, blockages are being removed here. So you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Five of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, so this is very clear to me. This Five of Cups coming in again. So we have the double Five Swords, double Five Cups. As you work through, as you come to the understanding that you have more cups in your back pocket, this Three of Wands here is opening everything up for you, okay? As you have the Three of Wands below it. You're going to go into a period of growth and expansion as you work through whatever happened here. And I feel like reclaim your power a little bit here as well in the future. Maybe this King of Swords had a little bit too much power over you, or whatever person happened very quickly for you. Yeah, and remember, it doesn't matter what gender this person is. The cards here are just masculine and feminine energies, so do keep that in mind. The Knight of Wands with the, wow, that's a really nice combination. The Knight of Wands and the Wheel, the Wheel of Fortune. That is like something happening so quickly where your luck is changing around and you're having all of this expansion energy because the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, which is the planet of expansion. Again, the Three of Wands is expansion. Now you have this Four of Wands here as well, which is all about structures, stabilities, stable foundations, and even marriage. But I feel like you're getting this it can also represent new beginnings, because these people here on the card are going from engaged to married, which is a new beginning. And so, you know, I feel like you have so many options here in the future for you to go in whatever direction you want to go. And no joke, you have the Strength card here on the bottom. I said reclaim your power. The Strength card is all about power. And I get the sense that some of you are doing that. So this is a really nice reading. Let's go ahead and pull some additional messages here. Let's pull some Kipper cards and see what wants to come forward. Okay. Okay, so you have House, Message of Concern, Great Fortune, Wealthy Man, Coffin, and Mature Woman. Ending it, either somebody ended it with you or you're ending it with them. Message of Concern plus Coffin, that's a message pertaining to an ending. Okay, I do not foretell death and dying in my readings, so I read the Coffin card as an ending. And so I feel like for some of you here, that's what's going on. Either you sent that message or they sent that message to you, something along those lines. Wealthy Man, Great Fortune, House. Okay, some of you, it is real estate here with the Ten of Cups showing up. Remember, this house here on the Ten of Cups symbolism for me is about real estate, but you now have Wealthy Man and House. Some of you like are fulfilling a dream in those areas. Wealthy Man also just talks about investments paying off generally. Again, doesn't matter what gender you are, no gender attachments here to the cards. And so I feel like investments are going well. Something's going well here for you in your financial life, especially as you have the Great Fortune card, which is all about abundance. It's the best card to get in the Kipper, so it's always a good sign to get it in a reading. You're maturing, you're moving up, you're taking this defeat, loss, or whatever it may be as an opportunity to level yourself up, and I think you're going to be stronger on the other end. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care. Have a good one. I will see you in the next video.